Welcome folks, I am Technivorous. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to remove one of these. Now these are old nozzles that I've gone through on a few of my printers. We're going to be replacing it with a new nozzle. And I do have several different sizes here and several different types. So this guy is going to use an E3D V6 and it is going to be a 0.4 millimeter nozzle that we are taking off. So we are going to replace it with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle as well. And I have a new one of those right here. So I know it's hard to see the 0.4 on there because my camera doesn't want to focus, but trust me, it's the right size. We'll show you how to replace that right now. Technivorous channel is brought to you by these fine Patreon supporters. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/technivorous. So the first thing we need to do obviously is turn on the machine because we are going to need it warm for this process. If you try to do this while it's cold, you're going to have a really hard time prying it loose and getting it unattached from the filament that is still technically running through it inside there. So we'll go ahead, we'll go down to prepare, and we'll select preheat PLA. And while that's heating up, we'll go ahead and remove this cover here. Now, it is a little bit tricky to do this way, but I prefer to only remove the one screw, and that is going to be right here, this machine screw. I got to get the right size Allen wrench first. Should work. And in removing this one screw, we can tilt the cover back and we'll be able to take it off completely. This will save us some time putting it back together. Just need to be careful when removing the actual cover itself. Oh, it's not quite there yet. There we go. Oh, for shame. Always dropping screws. So there's the one we need. I'm going to set it right here in this drawer where I can find it easily. And then we're going to tilt it kind of to the side, just a little bit. You don't want to break anything. And then it should just slide right out. Now, the other thing that's going to be in our way during this process is the silicone sock. Now, I have replacement silicone socks, and I might just get rid of this one. We'll see what kind of shape it's in. I haven't changed the print head on here yet. Actually came off pretty easily. So, and I can see here a wrench will work. There is one that's the right size, but I do have a better tool for this. Hang on just 1 second here while I fetch it. Where did I set it? That's the question. Okay, well, we'll use the wrench since you probably have one of those handy anyway. They do come with all the machines, and it's the tool that you're supposed to technically be taking it off with. So, find the right one. Nope. Oh, there, the tool I'm looking for is right here. Okay, so there's actually two of these in here. And I definitely recommend, if you can, getting a hold of one like this, because this fits the nozzle perfectly. It's got a hole in case you leak any plastic, so you don't have any issues. We're going to go ahead and raise this guy up using the move method. Move Z. And we're going to give it a good 65 millimeters. That way we have room to maneuver underneath. Yeah, I can't remember which printer in particular this one came with, but this is the tool I use most often. Like I said, you can use a wrench. This works really well because, remember, this is almost, I mean, it's 200 degrees Celsius, so it's really, really hot. You don't want to touch it with your hands. So, oh, unfortunately, that's for the wrong size nozzle. So here we are back to using the wrench. Let's use the wrench. If you can find a tool like that for this size nozzle, I definitely recommend it. They are awesome. These little metal wrenches will heat up relatively quickly. Make sure I'm turning to the left. There we go. Get it loose. And yeah, this wrench is already getting kind of hot. So, the other thing to remember is once you remove this nozzle, when you place the other nozzle in there, it is going to be cold. You will have a couple seconds to get that threading proper, but it will heat up super fast as well. So you're going to want to thread it in there, make sure it's not cross-threaded, And then you're going to want to make sure that you use the wrench to tighten it the rest of the way. So let's, it's hard to see with my head in here. Let's see if I can get behind it. There we go. That's better. There's the hole. Make sure it's not cross-threaded. Give it a couple good turns, and it's getting warm already. Now, one of the things you'll note when changing the nozzle on this is you don't want to butt it all the way up against the heating element here. But it is going to be determined, how far it goes in is going to be determined by where your heat break, this pipe in between the heater block and this guy here. And I know you can't see this from the camera, but there is about a little over a 0.5 millimeter gap there, which is exactly what I want. I can't tighten it anymore, so it should be in place. Let's go ahead and see if, since we're heated up, we can get a straight extrusion out of here. So we're going to go into move again, into the extruder, and we'll kick out 15 millimeters and see what we get. You can see the extruder turning. It is feeding filament. Doesn't seem to want to be coming out. I wonder if it got backed. There we go. Yeah, they got retracted a little bit, so it wasn't quite up against the machine. So we're getting a nice straight extrusion, which is perfect. The other thing is this nozzle isn't exactly the same as the stock one. I don't know what's up with that. But I am going to need to re-level this because it's at a slightly different height. So let's get the silicone sock back on. And then we will see what's up with putting the cover back on, re-leveling, and starting a test print here. Sock is on. I have to replace that if I don't put some new glue on it, but for now it'll hold. Let's go ahead, put the cover back on. And again, you're going to go from the opposite direction this time. You're going to line up with that little hole there. And it kind of just pops right in. So where's my screw? Right here we go. Go ahead and place that in from the back where we got it. And it's as simple as that. Now, luckily, this guy's already heated up if I want to do a test run. But like I said, first we need to make sure that it's properly leveled. So let's go back in the menu, back. Control. Nope, it isn't prepare. Prepare. Auto home. And I'm fully expecting this to crash into the bed because it's sticking out a little bit further than it should be. But we can fix that by making some micro adjustments. Ooh, I need to tighten my nut down there. Alright, so to disable the steppers so I can move it by hand. And way too tight. There we go. Get a little bit better. Honestly, that nozzle is so old, I think a little bit of the height difference is just wear, because it's not that far off here. And that's it. We've changed the nozzle. We should be good to go. Let's go ahead and start a test print. We're doing some arc welder prints, so let's do our cylinder with arc welder turned on, and we will check it out. We should get a really good print because of that new nozzle. Everything should flow pretty much perfectly. yes, we're getting a gorgeous flow. Let's see how it works going into this cylinder here. All right, everything seems to be looking phenomenal. The flow on that nozzle is perfect, and we are getting a good print. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this guy down. As you can see, I've got a lot of printing and dusting on this machine to do, so we're going to take care of a little maintenance before we actually get into a longer print, and you will see this machine back up and running in the arc welder video that is coming soon. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Pay no attention to the mess going on behind me. Pay more attention to the mess going on my shirt. Check this out. Finally got the merch available. That's right. Finally hit 10K, so the merch is finally here. Make sure you check out the Teespring merchandise bar below the video. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because we have more videos coming your way. In fact, I've thrown a couple of suggestions, videos for you to watch on the screen right now, so go ahead and check those out. And when you get done, don't forget to pop over and check out the merchandise. There's plenty of stuff to see, and thanks for watching, guys.